Hi everyone! So I wanted to come and show you this inspired hairstyle and look that I did. I saw Issa at the BET Awards, like who didn't? She looked beautiful. Her hairstylist is Felicia Leatherwood, so I just love everything that she does with her hair, and this is my version. I really wanted to recreate this look for a while and I finally got around to doing it, and I never want to take my hair down. I want to keep this hairstyle permanent forever. So the only thing I did different was a couple things. I did add some jewelry just because I thought it looked really pretty. And my braid is ombre, but not too, a very subtle, like a nice brown, because I think it complements my skin tone a lot better than maybe if I did like a blonde. I really loved that she had the braids coming down to the side with the little jewelry pieces. And my makeup is not the way that her makeup was, because I wanted to do my makeup the way I wanted to do it. And it was really more about the hair. The important things that I kept were the fact that it was a beautiful jumbo ponytail. I did tiny braids. I did 3, and then I added the jewelry pieces here. There's 3 pieces here. And I recorded the process, though it looks a little crazy. So I didn't want to show it because it's not a tutorial, but I just wanted you all to see the look. In BET Awards fashion, her outfit was beautiful. So I'm going to change clothes, and hopefully you guys like the final product. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. So this is the final look. This is my outfit. Extreme deep V, I know, but that's what Issa was wearing, so. I chose to go with a more monotone makeup look, just kind of like dark eyes, nude lips, because I felt like it complemented the black dress better. Issa has on like beautiful bright makeup, and I feel like that complements her outfit better because she's wearing a lot more colors. And I wasn't sure if I could pull it off, but I like the way this looks. Also, I wanted to explain how I styled my hair. So the first thing I did was I washed and conditioned my natural hair, and then I blow dried all of my hair so that it would be easier to work with. I started off with these side braids, and it was a little bit easier for me because the way my hairline is, I have these side pieces. Naturally, my hairline is just like that. So I separated these pieces, and I used a pack of jumbo braid hair. It is the Model Silky Touch 2x jumbo braid hair, and it's ombre 1B30. So that's how I got this look. And I used the tiniest bit of braid hair. My hair is a little bit longer than this, but I wasn't sure that the braids were going to be thick enough for each section of these tiny braids, so I added the hair at the end. And then the way that I attached the jewels were that I took the loose ends of the braid, wrapped them around the lock jewelry, because when you buy lock jewelry, they're kind of large circles. Some of them, unless you look at the pack sizes, the ones that I bought, they said 10 millimeters, and that was a little bit too big, which is why I didn't add them to the tiny braids here, even though I wanted to. So what I did was I would wrap the ends around the lock jewelry, then I would curl it into itself, and then it ended up covering where you would have seen that I wrapped the ends, and that's how I attached the pieces. Then I cut off the excess. And the funny thing is, it was so long. Then when I looked at the pictures of Issa, all I could see was her jewelry at the ends of her braids. So then I cut the pieces, even though I kind of liked them, but I wanted it to be even because I cut the braid at the ends blunt, and I wanted everything to be level. Then when I look back at the photo, she did have a little bit of hair, but it's fine. I like the way this looks. And so the next portion of the hairstyle that I did were these tiny little braids. So I did one here and one here, which is basically how Issa's hair was, but because I have a widow's peak and it's not my favorite thing, I added a middle braid here because I wanted to add a piece of lock jewelry, just because I wanted to do my hair where I had a piece of, you know, jewelry hanging. So that's what I did. Then at the end of each braid, I made the braids longer than I thought I would need them to be, so that when I took some non-rubber rubber bands, hair ties, and I added them to the ends of the braid, I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to place my ponytail, and I didn't want it to be too short. So I put a piece of jewelry on top so it covers the rubber band here and here. Then these sections are loose and it's just my blow-dried hair. This is, you know, as I'm continuing the hairstyle, loose. I took some gel to slick my hair back, and I made a ponytail of this middle braid and these two loose sections here, and then I added a rubber band and put a piece of lock jewelry because I wanted to make sure everything was going to be smooth for when I pulled all my hair up for this ponytail. The ponytail was the hardest part for me. I tried so many different ways to attach this ponytail, and I ended up just doing the easiest thing, which was to braid the jumbo loose ponytail hair with my natural hair, which is black, which is why I got the brown ombre, and it ended up being the best. Then I added a piece of jewelry. The ends were loose. I cut them very short because that's exactly what Issa's hair looked like, and it kind of covers the rubber band here. Even though she had a beautiful fishtail braid before the end of her braid, and her braid is a bigger and looser, I realized that the hair wasn't that long. I'm not that long either, honestly. I'm not that tall, so I don't need this. This is about, you know, as much as I could probably get away with. I didn't want like a formation braid, and honestly the hair wasn't that long for me to do, so this was the easiest way for me to achieve this look. As I was braiding though, for anyone who wants to attempt this hairstyle, you want to make sure that your ponytail is secure, because the back of my hair was very loose once I had completed the braid, so then I had to add a whole bunch of gel and bobby pins to make sure that the back of my ponytail, you know, like didn't fall out. Like all this hair here is like pinned up. The first day it did look good, but I added some gel and then I tied my hair down, and then it did its best. And then I slept with it overnight, and I just put a hair tie all over this piece of jewelry, over my edges. I just put these pieces behind my ear, tie everything up, and that's how I sleep. And it wears pretty well, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep this hairstyle, but I'm going to keep it for as long as it looks good, because I think this is beautiful. You can see my edges. My hair doesn't baby hair, like my edges don't, so it just kind of depends how I feel. It looks fine, you know, smoothed all the way up, and it does look a little cute if I take some got to be glued and swoop. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I just love this hairstyle, and I love going out in public with this hairstyle because you just feel like a princess. I mean, this is so beautiful, and I really love my makeup. I just really love my makeup. I use the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I just have some, you know, very long, wispy lashes, the NYX matte lip cream on my lips with chestnut lip liner. Like, this makeup is super simple. I just have a whole bunch of highlighter and bronzer on because I wanted to, you know, give you something. And I found the lock jewelry pieces at my local beauty supply store. Even these, I found this was like a pack of 8. These came in a pack of 5. Don't be weird because they're not even the same shade of gold. This is more of a yellow gold. This is more of a true gold, and it has little rhinestones on it. I love this look. I fell in love immediately when I saw Issa at the BET Awards, and I knew that I had to create it the earliest chance that I got. So thank you guys so much for watching. One thing I do want to say is that it's definitely not as hard as it looks. I was a little intimidated. I wasn't sure how I was gonna get everything to look because my hair is longer, so it just took some more time. Like, the most difficult part, I think, was just blow drying my hair. That took the longest. The braid was fairly easy. Yeah, I just can't believe I haven't done this style sooner. And I just really, I'm so happy with the way this look came out. And I do think that I want to turn this into a series and see how creative I can get with other hairstyles. I'm just gonna start looking. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great day. Bye.